Hey everybody, this is rosanamod, and welcome to the rosanamod podcast. Exhausted and relaxed. I have been away for a while. Nothing, that I can really share with you guys right now, but I will in due time. If you've got GoDaddy and you've got good things going for you, I am happy that you have a good experience. I, unfortunately, did not have a good experience. I was trying to open up a website. I wanted to do a trial because I knew that there were other competitors out there for hosting my e-commerce small business site. And since I've never really had an operating e-commerce online site, I wanted to make sure that this site was simple to use, an easy drag and drop, which is what it means. It's a drag and drop to design. They have nice templates that I can understand, something that I don't need to use HTML code for, and also something that's connected to hopefully non-third-party people so that I can get paid right away, and customer service should be excellent. Within the US, at least, people that understand English. I don't even know anymore. I'm telling you, it was such a horrifying experience. So what I did was I took for 30 days. I paid, I think it was $29.99, and I figured that'll give me enough time to see if I like it or not. I went in. The templates were nice. It was easy to put together. Now, I don't know how to build a website, but after this experience, I can tell you that I know more than I did before I tried it. So here are the negatives for GoDaddy that I personally experienced. I have to say that so that people understand. Okay. One of them is the most important, bad customer service. Now, keep in mind, they do outsource to India. You can go on chat or you can call them. And if you go on chat, it's going to be a long wait. You will probably get somebody that doesn't speak English, or you're going to have a hard time understanding, or they're going to have a hard time understanding you. You might want to call. I've had better luck when I call, but I run into the same issue. Sometimes I luck out and I get somebody that, that speaks English, and I got lucky 2 times. But the rest of the time, it was horrifying. What happened was, as soon as I opened my website, I wasn't able to accept payments or anything yet because nothing was working. The first 2 days, and remember, it takes 48 hours for you to cancel a 30-day on GoDaddy. So if everything works perfect for you in 48 hours, good for you. For me, it didn't even last 2 days. I think it was like on the second day, my email wasn't working. I kept asking a couple friends, send me something. I wasn't getting anything. Then the server crashed. Internal server, their internal GoDaddy server crashed. I spoke to some people who told me that this is very rare. I think it was like after the 3rd day, I had been fighting with just trying to get somebody to help me with this email. I mean, this was like, when I say fight, I mean hours waiting, not being able to do anything with my website. I was very frustrated. I called. I would speak to somebody who said they could fix it. They did. My email works now. Yay. Okay, good. As soon as my email started working, the server goes down. And it happened to me more than once, so I don't know how rare it is. I like how they tell you that. I have a feeling that they fib quite often, at least with me. So then after I finished that, and the email was fine, and then the server seemed to be okay. A few days after that, I'm going into a week now, I had another issue. The blog wasn't working at all. I couldn't write the blog. It wasn't attaching a blog. Nothing was working. They kept telling me, clear your cache. Come on, that's so common. Clear your cache. Come on. I do that all the time. That's not what it is. Change your browser. Okay. I changed my browser 3 times, 3 different browsers. Blog wasn't working. So I started researching online and asking, GoDaddy, blog, complaints. I found so many. So I'm not like the only one. So I went back in and started talking to reps. I'm like, why are you acting like this is something new? Or this is not new. You have a problem with your blogs on your template. It's not just me. I tried again, and I figured I'm almost 30 days in. I completely did not know that there was a 48-hour cap on the refund. So I found out later the hard way. The final straw for me was when I finished the website. Everything was nice. I liked how it looked. I was like, okay, this is nice. It looks well put together. I showed all of my friends. They all said it was designed really nicely and it looked really good. The problem was now the server kept crashing, and my friends would call me and say, hey, I can't get you up. Where's your website? Did you take it down? Like, no, I didn't take it down. Got online and I contacted GoDaddy on Facebook. Now, here's a tip from a professional complainer like myself, and I don't say that lightly. It's not like I do it for a living. I don't, but I should. Whenever you complain against a company, always go to where it's going to hurt them the most for their customers to see it. So the more you make it visible to social media, the more the company's going to pay attention. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Now, if you're a company and you don't want people messing with your reviews, then do the right thing by your customers and you don't have to worry about it. The translucency here is the most important thing. You need to be translucent and you need to be open and honest with your customer. So if that's not a problem for you, then you should have no problem with people posting their stuff on your Facebook page or sending you messages when they're upset. And that's what I did. Now, I didn't post anything on their Facebook page. What I did was I contacted them through instant message on Facebook, and they replied immediately and told me, get back on chat or call somebody on GoDaddy and tell them that you want to speak to a supervisor. And I said, okay. So with that, then I went on chat prepared, knowing that at least I reached out to Facebook and that might maybe do something. And it did. So I go on GoDaddy, on chat. I'm waiting like maybe 20 minutes, 25, because it's a long wait when somebody picks up. Oh, it'll be a few minutes. You're next in queue, right? The famous quote is 3 to 5 minutes. It never is. Okay. It's more like 30 to 60 minutes is more like it. So I'm over there on chat talking to this guy. I can't remember his name. Clear your cache, that this happens. I'm like, okay, everything you're telling me right now, like I said, I've heard from 20 other reps, okay? Just so we know, just so we're clear. And I know that you have a history of me complaining because that's all I've been doing for the past 2 weeks is complaining and what's going on with this website. So I said, so I want to request a supervisor, to ask you for a supervisor. I thought maybe that would be better, them knowing that Facebook was involved. His words were, I'll go get a supervisor. It'll be about 3 to 5 minutes. In the meantime, let's try clearing your cache. You know what? I did it anyway. Nope. Nothing worked. It just wasn't working. And then he said, can you try a different browser? Let me just give this one last shot and try all 3 different browsers, which was Chrome, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. I have Windows 10 and it's supposed to work better with Microsoft Edge, but I heard that with GoDaddy, Chrome works better. So I just figured I would try, okay? Did it work? No, nothing worked. I still wasn't online. The blog wasn't working. Everything was a mess. I just wanted my refund at this point. Now I'm focused on getting this money back so that I can use that money to put into a different host because I don't want anything to do with GoDaddy at this time. Now I'm so turned off. So the guy tells me that while we're talking, I think like 20 minutes, 25 minutes passes. He says, so I talked to a supervisor and he said that you can get a refund. Please cancel and delete your website and then you can get a refund. Why did that sound funny to me? As soon as he said that, I just said, hold on. I went online and I started looking for policies, GoDaddy, refunds. And sure enough, it said, if you get a refund from GoDaddy, you won't get one if you cancel your product first. It's very clearly stated, if you cancel your product first before you get a refund, you won't get a refund. So I went back with this information and I told him that's the policy of GoDaddy, blah, blah, blah. He said, I understand. He said, but I just talked to my supervisor and he said, it's okay. So please delete your website. He kept pushing me to delete my website. So I didn't like the way he was pushing me. And I said, you know what? Give me the name of your supervisor so that I can make this official. And he wouldn't give it to me. No, I'm not giving it to you. He just didn't answer. So I kept, hey, are you there? Hello? What's the matter? You're not able to give me his name? I thought you just talked to him. He said, I did, ma'am. And I said, okay, well then what's his name? Again, it went silent. He said, okay, so I understand that you want a refund. Do you want to speak to a supervisor? It'll be about 3 to 5 minutes. This is exactly what happened for the rest of the hour that I was on the phone with this jerk. At 45-minute mark, I decided to call GoDaddy at the same time while the chat window was open so that I would have whoever it was picks up first, whoever takes. So while I'm waiting for the phone, somebody on the phone to pick up, the guy on the chat comes back and this guy, and he says, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. I'm the supervisor. Why don't you give me the information so that I can get a feel for what's going on or something? The English was terrible, so something like that. And I said, wait a minute. I thought he already talked to you and you said that it was okay to get a refund. And he said, hold on, ma'am, let me check and see what it is, what's going on with you. So again, I pushed him and I said, listen, this isn't the supervisor, is it? This is the same rep that I was talking to in the beginning, right? I just had this feeling that this guy was just passing himself off as a supervisor just to get me to cancel my thing, because the supervisor kept saying, please delete your website and I'll refund your money. And I said, no, you give me your full name and then I'll cancel my website. How about that? And then send me an email stating that you give me a refund. That's what I want. No words from them. While this was going on, somebody at the phone picks up. I get on the phone. This guy gave me a refund within 5 minutes. I told him what was going on. I told him I've got this guy on chat pretending to be a supervisor, or a supervisor not giving me his information that he should be giving me, and wanting me to delete my website. So while I had the guy on the phone, he canceled my monthly, refunded my money, and told me, look, I'm going to let you have this website until the end of November with no charge. And I said, I appreciate that. Thank you. But you get what you pay for. Unfortunately, I've had such a bad experience with you, with GoDaddy, that why would I want to extend the torture of another month, even if it's free? Because I'm losing money not being able to have my items out for sale. I'm losing money because I went out and purchased business cards and labels with my business name on it, and I can't use them because my website at GoDaddy has internal GoDaddy server issues and emails that don't work and blogs that don't work and customer service that doesn't understand me. And I am wasting my time, aggravated, and frustrated. So I don't want, thank you, I appreciate the refund, but there's no way I'm going to keep this. So while I talked to him, I removed all of my photos. I didn't want to just cancel. I wanted to take all of my photos out of there, took out every single one of them, took out all of my design elements, took it out. And before I did, I took screenshots of everything just to make sure that I had proof of what my website looked like. Your snippet tool is going to be such a lifesaver. If you don't know what snippet tool is, please get it. It's snippet. It should be on your computer already. If you put in your search on your start menu and put in the word snip, it should come up. It's a little picture of a pair of scissors with this little white circle around it. And that's going to be a lifesaver for you. Anytime that you have a problem where you want to save something, or like a receipt or a bill or an order that you placed or a conversation that you want to record or anything like I did, I took copies of all of that conversation with the snippet tool and I kept it in a file called GoDaddy. And that's where it is. In case anything ever comes up in the future, I'm going to have proof that this is what was told to me. This is how I was treated. Very condescending. I mean, towards the end of our chat, the supervisor, quote unquote supervisor, was telling me how I need to cooperate and how he can help me if I learn to cooperate. I'm like, listen, I don't know how much more cooperation you need than for me to be sitting here in front of the screen, looking at you, not giving me information or helping me for over an hour. That's more than cooperation for me, especially. Trust me. That's not my patience level. I completely stretched out my patience with that guy. And I thought that they actually should have given me more than what they gave me. But for my time, whatever, it's done. I got my money back. And it's been a nightmare. Okay, so before I finish this, I wanted to let you know that I have 12 domains for sale. They're not just GoDaddies. I mean, they're domains that I've had for many years that I am going to sell. So if anybody's interested in any of these domains, you can contact me directly. This is where you would go. Okay, so if you wanted to contact me, you would go to Linktree. And if you don't know what Linktree is, please write this down. You're going to thank me later. It is a platform where you put all of your links of every place that you want or where you are, and you put it all into one. So it's like it's a file link, in other words. It's the only link you're going to need, and you could put all of your links into this one little place. They give you a little page that you can design yourself with a color and your picture. And mine is Linktree/rosanamod. Don't put Linktree all together. You put LINKTR rosanamod. And if you click on that, what you're going to find is you're going to see 6 pages so far. Now, I'm not finished adding links to that yet, but the first one is Buzzsprout, HubPages, Zazzle, YouTube, Pinterest, and Instagram. And those are the ones that I'm linking. And I'm going to link more after that. But you can reach out to me if you wanted to talk to me. You can reach out to me on Instagram. You can reach out to me on Facebook and rosanamod Podcast. Please send me a message. I will reply if you have any questions about the podcast at all. I will reply until I get my website finished and I have my rosanna@rosanamod.com email started. Then you can reach me there. But until then, you can always reach out to me. I won't ignore any of you. Seriously, if you wanted to talk or ask me something, the only thing that I request is please let me know what episode you heard me on so that I know that I am talking to somebody who's a listener. You know, it's hard for me. Like I said, I get a lot of emails and a lot of IMs from people that are just weird. They're just say, hey, baby, like I told you in my last podcast, and I just don't answer those. So I wanted to give you the 12 domains that I have for sale. Okay. And if you're interested in any of them, please contact me because I want to get out of GoDaddy. I would like to get my things out of there. Some of them are parked, which means they're just in there and they're not being shown for sale. And other ones are already listed in their auction. So this is the first one is artmenace.com, that's one that I've had for so many years. I think that's the one that I've had since like 2000 or something. I mean, it really is that old. Artmenace has been around a long time. ChicandEasy.com, which is CHICNEASY, Chic and Easy. OOAKstudio.com, which is one-of-a-kind-studio.com. DeputyCat.com instead of Deputy Dog, I know. Strongandfirm.com, STRONGNFIRM.com. FetusLivesMatter.com. GoFoxYourself.com, which I love, but I don't have any foxy things to put up there. You might. GoFoxYourself.com. And trashflip.com, which is actually an idea that I had for a website for my stuff because I modify and I revamp things. And the last one is itsrosanna.com, ITSROSANA.com, and that was my alternative to rosanna.com, which was taken. And by the way, I wanted to add that I tried going through GoDaddy to see if they can find the owner because I couldn't find the owner. You know how they say, are you interested in this domain? Do you want to buy the... You pay $65 to GoDaddy and they have 30 days to find the owner. Every single day I contacted them and I emailed them. I was like, hey, did you get any luck? Did you have any luck? Did you have any luck? Did you have any freaking luck? No, we can't find the owner. I'm sorry. They didn't get back with us. We reached out, but we haven't heard anything. Well, what happens after the 30 days is over? Oh, well, then I guess that's it. I said, well, do I get my money back? No. That's the service that they offer. So you pay them $65 for them to look for the owner of the domain that you want to buy. They get 30 days to reach out to the owner. If the owner decides not to reach back, then you don't get your money back. I offered, I think it was like $500. I'm going to offer $500 because I don't know what it's going for. How much are they selling it for? Oh, we don't know. It's private. How is it private if you know who to reach out to? Then who are you reaching out to? They never have the answers when you want them. It's like that was the most frustrating. The translucency was vacant. That's important to note. There was no translucency there with GoDaddy. I wanted to find answers and they never had the answers for me. And when there's no translucency there, there's no trust. I absolutely do not trust anybody who's going to hide things from me and not tell me what's going on. And then ask for my money. $65 is not a lot to some people. For me, it is. Okay, so it's $65 that I lost. I couldn't get it back. I did ask for a refund on that, and I didn't get it. Okay, so I'm in my apartment, and by the way, I just wanted to let you guys know that I moved my station, I moved my area from the corner bedroom where I was because I was getting really claustrophobic. This is where I am now. I'm in the living room, and I like it better because it's bigger. Okay, so I had to move this, and I don't know how this sounds now, but it's a much more comfortable space. I'm using a bigger table, which is my art desk. I have a drafter's art desk, which I use for my drawings and my writing. It's super big. It's really comfortable. My chair feels comfortable here. I just haven't been able to put blankets on the walls or anything like that because this is the living room. So what I did get, though, is a wall divider or a room divider, whatever you want to call it. And it's a wooden, I'll talk about it another time, but folds into 9 pieces. And I put blankets on top of that. I don't know if that is enough to make any kind of a sound or any kind of a difference, but that's what I did. So to recap the episode for today, just remember that GoDaddy sucks, but of course that's my experience, not yours. It's a 48-hour refund if you take the month to month, and that's about $29.99, $30 for the month. And you have chat and you have calls that you can place with them, but they are outsourced, so just keep that in mind. You're better off calling than you are chatting. If you want to complain against the company, what do? You go to their social media. Okay, that's just what you do. You don't have to post on their wall and be a jerk like they're jerks, but if depends on how jerky they are, I would just contact them on Messenger first, on Instant Messenger first, and see what happens there. If they ignore that, then okay, well then you could take it a step up and then put it on their wall for other people to, to see. And don't forget about my domains that I'm selling. They are parked on GoDaddy. A lot of them are already listed on their auctions. You can check that out and see the prices. But I did have a couple that I didn't mention. So when I said 12, I'm keeping a couple of them. So there might not be 12 that I said. Like rosanamod.com, that's my domain. I'm using that. And then my first and last name.com, I'm also using that. And then also don't forget Linktree, where you can put all of your sites that you want everybody to check out and put them into one site and one link, which you can share on your personal website or on Facebook or anywhere else that you want. Put it on your business cards. That way people can go to one place and they can see all of the links that you, all of your connections to all of your sites that you want them to visit. And that's where you contact me if you have any questions. I'm on Facebook, rosanamod Podcast. I'm also on Instagram, rosanamod. Call me, talk to me, but please let me know what episode you heard this on so that I know that you're real and that I won't ignore you. Otherwise, I will. Okay? Download, share, let people know. If this has helped you, let me know. And have a good one. Talk to you soon. Ciao.